what a nice day to just hang out at this cafe. Let me show you guys. Look at this. I found this cafe here. Hold on, let me put my board back. Found this nice cafe here. And there's no one here. I guess, it's actually I think in Korea it's like Monday really late at night. Anyway, welcome everyone. We're going to be doing this today's live stream from this beautiful cafe right here. Welcome. Let's see who's here already. We've got, oh yes, Zilly, I saw you in the chat. Kate June, Secretive, welcome. Let's see who else is here. Tiggy. Where are my members? Tiffany Stay My Day, welcome. Our Penguin Boy. Char S with the first, hold on, Char S. For some reason, this light thing doesn't work with the new stickers, so I got to do it manually. So let's see, what color you want? Let's do a red, green, and blue. All right, this is for Char. Again, our first donor for today. Thank you, Char. Your name goes up here on the top of the list. I didn't even get to say hello to everyone. You already gave a donation. Thank you. Oops. Yeah, whatever. I'll say you gave $5.59. Close enough. Whew. Thank you. Oh, and another one. Oh, Carrie. Hey, Carrie. Carrie. Oh, I think I must have shut off the light when you were donating, so it didn't go. Let me do one for Carrie. All right. Carrie. See, right now it's just manual right now because like I said, something's weird with it. Carrie. We give a dab for Carrie too. Thank you both of you, Char and Carrie. Wow, I haven't even taught you guys anything. I could give like the worst lesson today ever, and I've already got $15 in donations. Isn't that wonderful? Let's see. Oh, Lauren starred. Hello. Well, welcome, Lauren. It's always nice to see. Also, always nice to see members here. Who is KeyCat? That's right. Yeah, KeyCat. KeyCat's here too. KeyCat's here too. She's joining me for the just to kind of hang out in the cafe. KeyCat, say hi. You don't have to get that close to the... Okay, let's go back now. Okay. Yeah, KeyCat's just going to hang out over on one of the tables. I'll just put her back there. And if you're just arriving, we haven't started the lesson yet. We're about 9 minutes early. I always start a few minutes early just so I can say hi to everyone and make sure the stream's going so that people don't have to come in late. Let's see who else is here. Tiggy, how are you, Billy? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Last week, I had a actually 2 weeks ago for almost like 2 weeks, I had a pretty bad like a throat cold, but it's all better now. I think so. My voice is pretty much like back at 100% now, which is good. I finished editing a video about Jeju dialect last week, which I think is going to be great. You guys will like that, but you won't get to see it for a few more months. KeyCat's invisible through the green screen, yes. Oh, yes. So before we get started, though, again, welcome to everyone. We'll get started right at 2 o'clock. The prerequisites for today's lesson are as such. Today's lesson will be an advanced level lesson. Now, I haven't done too many advanced lessons. I think this might be the second one. I think I've only done like one advanced level lesson before this. Maybe I did one, maybe I did two, but anyway. The prerequisites are that you are actually at least intermediate level for today's lesson because it's going to be more advanced territory. Now, there are some concepts that are advanced that are really difficult to understand. And then there are advanced concepts that are easy to understand, but you just can't use them until you're at that level. So this is one of those. This is a concept where you could probably understand it if you're intermediate level, but you might not be able to use all of them very much until you get to an advanced level. So I'm just warning you, you want to be an intermediate level, at least for today's lesson. And then specifically, if you're wondering, well, Billy, what exactly do I need to know for today's lesson? Well, you definitely need to know cool, the connector cool, as well as the connector sol. Now, the connector sol actually has several different meanings. One of the meanings is just because. Another meaning is connecting two things together, like the way in which an action is done. And then another meaning, finally, is that one action happens immediately after another action. That third meaning is the meaning that you need to know. So if you've only seen sol like because, like 배불러서 or 배고파서, because I am hungry, I ate something or I want to eat something. That sort of because, cause and effect. If that's the only sol you know, that's not going to be sufficient for today. You need to know the sol form that's used for showing when an action happens immediately after another action. And I did a previous live stream about that. So if you want, you could go watch that abridged live stream, the section on sol, and come back before 2 o'clock. Like the section of the video where I teach it is like only a few minutes. I think it was like one of the very first live stream abridged videos I did. It was like the first or the second one, something like that. Maybe the third at most. But yeah, you can probably check that out. Oh, Gina, new donator. Gina, oh wait, no, never mind, I take that back. I've seen your name before. I was like new, but then I remembered your last name. Gianfoni. Hey, Gina. Gianfoni. Wow, that's a big donation. Thank you. Gotta give a Gianfoni dab. Thank you, Gina. I didn't even see you comment. Something you want to say? I should add that feature where you can like send a message when you donate and then it'll like play the audio file. As long as I put like some sort of like a swear filter on it, I think it would be pretty funny. Kate June, I watched SpongeBob in Korea all day. But yeah, I haven't even started teaching yet, and I already got some great donations. This is awesome. SpongeBob all day in Korean, that's great. I've only seen like maybe one episode of SpongeBob in Korean before. But the voices they have are pretty funny. They're pretty good. Oh, Char S. Hey, Char S. Again. Char S. You can just Char S. I will read your comments. You don't have to pay me to read your comments. Where can we see when you're going live? Schedule. It's a good question. I should make a schedule. Why is this thing keeps flashing? Char, I think you broke it. Look, it just, oh, now it stops. I think you broke it though, Char. It was flashing like 10 times. Okay. Yes, I should make a schedule, like a calendar that shows when I'm doing the live streams. That's a good idea. I'll think about it, how I should do that. As far as for the near future, after today's live stream, we have one more live stream in this bunch of 3. So I always do 3 weeks on and then 1 week off. So next week's live stream is going to be about sem and semida and semchida, the final topic in the voting thing. So the last topic. After that, we'll add in new topics suggested by members. So if you're a member and you have a topic you want to get taught, now's your chance. You can suggest something, go into the Discord, send me a message, or just write something in the live stream channel, and I'll add it to the list that we can vote on. But yeah, so after this week, next week's will be about semchida. The following week will be gone. There won't be a live stream the following week. I'll use that for preparing for getting ready to go to Korea. And then after that, we'll have 3 more live streams. And then that's the end of this season. Then there's going to be a long break from these lessons for maybe 3 months or so, because I'll be in Korea. When I come back from Korea, then we'll start again. We'll do 3 weeks on, 1 week off, 3 weeks on, 1 week off. But I think you're right. I think I should make some sort of like a schedule. That way people can see that information like really easily. Oh, sure. So I can plan my life around it. Yes. Sure. Okay, well, one thing though is I mentioned last stream and the stream before that I was going to be getting I'm trying to get a laptop. So I think I've gotten enough donations that I can get a laptop. So I'm going to be getting a laptop, and hopefully when I'm in Korea, I'll be able to do a couple streams at least. Not a lot. I can't do them every week because I'll be busy filming videos. So I don't want to like not film a video in Korea to do a live stream. So my priority is going to be filming videos, but I would like to do some live streams when I'm there, like just Q&A. So I'll let you know when those are coming up, but those won't be classes. So the last class will be 5 weeks from now. That'll be the last class until there's no more for a few months. And then I'll come back after that, just like before. Shar, Shar can become a member like with like 10 times over because of how many donations she'd given. If you need laptop recommendations, oh really, Jeremiah? Is that true? Send me a message on Discord. I have a few laptops that I'm considering getting already that I'd like to ask your opinion on, mainly for editing laptops. But yeah. Small. Oh, welcome, Small. Yes. Okay. So, yes, again, the worksheet for this live stream is already online. I think there are 10 example questions that you can practice with. So get those on Patreon. Also, this outline will be available on Patreon within a half an hour after the stream's over. Oh, that's strong. Okay, so let's get started. Hopefully, if we can get through this lesson fairly quickly, because it's advanced level, I'd like to do that. That way we can have some time afterward to do some questions about what we've learned and practice, maybe do practice sentences using what we've learned too. Okay, the first thing we're going to learn is actually a beginner concept. But I can't write, but it's important to know. Okay, hopefully you're very familiar with this form. Now, normally the goal can be attached to any verb, but for this, we're going to be using it with only action verb stems. Now, if you take an action verb stem and attach goal, you get two meanings. You get and you get and then. And we're going to talk about that. So the basic goal ending, you've probably all learned it. The first way you learned this was probably just that it means and. Like, for example, I like kimchi and I like pizza. Well, of course, you could connect it to say I like pizza. I like kimchi and pizza. But you could say something like 저는 피자를 좋아하고 김치도 좋아해요. I like pizza and I like kimchi too. Like, you could do something like that. But this goal form actually has another use to show that something happens after something. So let me give you a sentence. 친구랑 밥 먹고 친구랑 밥 먹고. Now this doesn't literally mean eating pop, doesn't literally mean eating cooked rice. This is just how you say to eat a meal, to have something to eat. 밥 먹다. 밥 먹고 집으로, toward home, to home, 갔어. Okay, so what we have is 친구랑 밥 먹고, I eat something with a friend, 친구랑 먹고, and 집으로 갔어. I went home. I ate with a friend and went home. Now, this is the normal meaning of cool. And you've learned this, probably one of your very first lessons in grammar as a beginner was this cool form. So it means I did something and I did something else. Well, actually, that's not the only thing this cool form means. This cool form actually means that something happens after something else. So this does not only mean I eat with a friend, and in addition to eating with a friend, I went home. It doesn't really mean that. What it actually means is I eat with a friend, and then after eating with a friend, I went home. So I eat with a friend, and then after doing that, I went home. That's what this cool form actually means. it doesn't mean just and like this and take this and take this. It just means something, and then after that action, something else happens. So this is the most basic form we're going to be learning today, and the other forms we're learning today are all based on this same form. Oh, I thought that said watermelon for a second. Wisteria moon, fey ladybug lazuli. It's a very, very long name. Can I just write watermelon? Because that's much easier. Watermelon. Let's see, watermelon bug. So I'll put ladybug. So watermelon bug. Thank you for the $1 donation. Let me give a dab. Okay. Someone said, what's the difference between taga? No, taga, I have a different lesson about taga. That would be more of that would be a low intermediate grammar lesson, but I can't compare it with that because that's completely different from today's lesson. But check out my live stream list. I have a lesson already on taga. Okay, so by itself, just like this, you can already say, I did something and then I did something else. So I did something after doing something. So another way you can look at this sentence is actually, I went home, 집으로 갔어, after eating with a friend. 친구랑 밥 먹고 집으로 갔어. I went home after I met with a friend. And that would be perfectly accurate as far, not only would it be a natural translation, but it would also be a literal translation. So that's just one thing to keep in mind, that when you're using 고, you're not just saying and, like connecting two things. You're actually saying and then, after doing that, and then I did this. Okay. That's all we're going to talk about for the cool form, because that's pretty basic. Let me see. 7. Oh, Shar. I was like, I saw the new member color flash, and I'm like, new member. I wonder if it's Shar. Shar S. Welcome to the member club. If you join the Discord and you connect your account, you'll also get the member role, so you can check out the member-only channel in Discord. Thank you, Shar. Why am I a man emoji? That's the first emoji. So depending on how long you've been a member, you'll get different icons. I think I have icons all the way up to over a year, and I'll soon add one for 2 years, because some people have even been a member since I started. Yeah, like the highest one right now, I think is like a Korean flag, but I have to check. There might be something else higher than that already. Yeah, so some people like if you look at small has the goat, or some people have the KitKat badge next to their name. Yeah, and I think there's also a Sejong face if I did that. I hope I did that. I should do that if I didn't do that. Okay, so let's go on. And great, we are on time. Despite all the donations, we are still on time. Okay, so that was beginner. Now let's go up to the next level. Let's go up to intermediate level. This is our first form today. So some people had asked me, like, Billy, isn't 고 나서, 고 나니까, all that stuff, isn't that intermediate level? No, some of it is. I would say 나서 is an intermediate form, and 나니까 is a little high intermediate as well, and then 나면 would be more, you have to be advanced to use it. So the first form we're going to be using that's new today is 고 나서. So you take an action verb stem. For example, let's just take 하다, to do. Get the verb stem. 하, 고, just like before, 나서. That's it. Let's talk about that. Oh, I got another donation. Agata. Agata. I'm not sure. I don't know how to say it. Agata. Thank you for your donation. Agata. XX. All right. Thank you. All these names I can't pronounce. First we had watermelon bug. Now we have agata. Okay, so that's all you have to do. Now, what this comes from, this is an advanced note, so you don't actually need to know this, but maybe you're wondering, what's this 나서 mean? Well, 나서 actually comes from the regular verb 나다. And 나다 is used a lot of places, 소리가 나다, 고장이 나다, all those 나다 forms. What this actually means is that something happens, but this verb 나다 is not used by itself in that way. So you don't really need to know what it means. It's just an auxiliary verb. Oh, Toblerone, Zoblerone. Is that where your name comes from? Zoblerone. Does your name come from Toblerone, the chocolate? It's a nice name. Welcome to our new member, Zoblerone. Nice. Yeah, we've got getting a lot of donations and members already, and I have just barely started the lesson. Thank you. Welcome. Okay, so yeah, if you really want to know, nada comes from the verb nada, which means, sorry, if you really want to know, I'll say this again. Naso actually comes from the verb nada, which means to happen, but it's just an auxiliary verb, which means it's just a helper. Auxiliary just means assistant. So it's a helper verb, kind of like he 보다, like doing something. Whereas literally, yes, it means to occur, to happen, but it doesn't mean that in usage. So you can kind of ignore what it means. Just think of it as a helper verb that attaches to ko without any special meaning of itself. Now what this does, this also means after doing. Now, what you might be thinking then is, well, Billy, we just learned that we can use ko by itself to mean after doing something, right? And then, yes, ko naso has the exact same purpose as just using ko. You could say 하고, or you can say 하고 나서, and when you mean that something happens and then something else happens, which you do because you're using an action verb, someone's doing something, you can use either. You can use ko or ko naso. They both have the same meaning, the same usage. The only difference is that this one adds naso. So what's the difference? When do I use just ko and when do I use naso? Well, you can use either one, but there are some slight differences. One is that this emphasizes the meaning of something happening after something. So that's the first thing. This emphasizes that something happens after something. While ko also means that, this just emphasizes it further. So this makes it really clear you're not saying and, but you're really saying and then. Oops. Shar S, I encourage everyone to become a member, if only for the outtakes and bloopers. Oh, I gotta put some more, that's a good point. I gotta put some more outtakes and bloopers on the channel roll. I haven't done that in a while. Shar, I'm gonna have to write you right here. Sure, I'll put you right there, Shar. Thank you, I appreciate it. And then what'd you write after? Dada, nada, dada. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I gotta put some more bloopers. I did put some bloopers up before a couple times, but it's been a while since I put up some new bloopers, so I'll have to do that. I always have bloopers with every episode I film. I just haven't uploaded all of them. Okay. So the first thing it does is it emphasizes that something happens after something. So instead of saying like, you know, I like this and I like this, well, it's possible you could just be saying I like this and I like this and I do this and I do this, right? But this makes it clear that you're meaning after something happens. Like, no, after something happens. Also, by doing that, it also emphasizes something else. It emphasizes that the action was completed. So it doesn't just mean that something happens, present tense, but it means that something happened, that it's over, that it's done, that it's completed. So if you say a verb, for example, 하다, to do, if you were to say 하고 나서, you're not just saying after doing something, but you're also saying after something is completed, after I've finished doing 하다, something. So it adds emphasis to both the meaning of after and the meaning of something is completely done. So completely after something. So really it's an emphatic grammar form. So if you don't use naso, you still have the same meaning of and or and then, but now it's and then after that has completely completed. Yeah, that's what it means. In addition, a good translation could be after doing something, but you also might see this translated often as after or upon finishing something. I'll just write this. So you can think of it like this too. So like upon doing that, or after you've finished doing that, kind of like that. Just another thing to keep in mind that you might see this translated as upon, not just after. So, oh yeah, and one more thing. While you can use the cool form normally, with any type of verb. You can say, 좋아하다, to like, is an action verb. 좋아하고, or you can say something is cold, like 춥고, 춥다 is a descriptive verb. You can use it with any verb. 고 나서 is only with action verbs. So, I mean, that makes sense, right? You're saying after something is completed. You can't say after something was completed green or cold, because those aren't action verb. They're not doing anything. So this has to be used with action verbs. So these are the differences between 고 나서 and just using the regular 고 form. All right, that's everything. That should be everything. Let me just check the chat for a second, see how we are on time. As usual, we're bad on time, but it's okay. Let's check the chat for a second. Oh, Jims, Grant, welcome. 하고 난 다음에? Yes, 하고 난 다음에 would be used this exact nada form. Now, we're not going to be talking about 하고 난 다음에 for today's lesson, but that should give you an idea of what it means. You have 하고 나다, so the same nada form. 난, after doing something, 다음에. So that's completely after having completed doing something. So like 하고 난 다음에, after I did something, and then after that, and then next, 다음에, next. So that just has the meaning of next after doing something, 하고 난 다음에. That's what it means. But that's not a form we're going over for today's lesson, but great that you brought it up. 난 다음에 also comes from this same nada form. And there are other conjugations of this nada that we're not going to be going over today, but we'll be going over the most common ones. And I just got another donation. Shar, 한국어 공부 후? No. We talked about, hold on, let me get rid of this here, because I'm going to give a sentence anyway. Who typically is used after verbs that have been conjugated into the past tense. So action verbs that have been conjugated into the past tense. Let me just do a quick example. Sure. And thanks for the donation, Char. Okay, really quick example, who, because someone just asked, what about who? 다음에 has the exact same meaning as who, in case you're wondering. 다음, who, there's another one. 뒤, that's right. 후, 다음, and 뒤 have the same exact usage when used to mean after doing something. They don't have the same meaning themselves, but just in that grammar form. 후에 or 다음에. Those are used after a past tense conjugation of an action verb. So you can have 하다 becoming 한, 먹다 becoming 먹은, and then 후에 or 다음에, whatever you want to say. This a is going to be used there when you're talking about time, unless you're talking about something related directly to the after, which you're not. So I'll just write it like this to keep things clear. 한 다음에 simply means after doing something. The end. It doesn't have any sort of emphasis that that item was completed, or emphasis that this thing. Let me say that again. Yeah, that's pretty much the only difference. It doesn't have the emphasis that something was completed. Whereas 하고 난 다음에, 하고 난 후에, I guess you could also say, that has emphasis that something's been completed. The nada form does that. It shows that that completely has finished. This just means after something happened. And this is a very formal, flat grammar form. This doesn't have any sort of emotion to it. So if you're to say 한 다음에, like after doing something, next, 한 후에, you're saying after I did something. That's it. It's very flat. As opposed to after I had finished doing something. So this is a regular intermediate form. This is a very flat, emotionless, standard grammar form. You can find this in books. You find this written forms. You can find this in speech as well. But it's not so casual sounding. It's just very flat sounding. Same as 다음에, as a same thing. Grant has that, or even 뒤에. Now these each have slightly different feelings to them, which I don't really have time to go over for today's live stream. I want to keep on time. But basically, who is simply just after something happens as far as time is concerned. 다음 is as far as what order something is concerned. Like this is the next one in a step. And 뒤 is kind of also in an order, but it's kind of like a reverse order. So like this would be the next one, the next one directly behind something, but not necessarily in an order. So this is like relative to something, it is next. Whereas 다음 is just in the line, in an order, this one's next. Now these are more just like nuances of how the words are used. You don't really need to know that. Just 후, 다음, and 뒤 are all used in the same way to say after doing something. Of those, 후 is like the most standard one. You'll see this in like books and stuff. 다음, learn that one. That's like the next in some sort of list. But anyway, I would talk about those more. Sorry, I didn't really give very good explanations of any of those three right now. I would talk about them more. I just don't have enough time for today's lesson. But you can feel free to ask me about it in Discord. I could probably give a better explanation in Discord later. Okay, so our first sentence. 밥 먹고, just like we had before. We had this before. So 밥 먹고, I eat something, 밥, whatever. 집으로 갔어. So I eat and then I go home, but here it's past tense, so I ate, 먹고. Notice that we do not use the past tense conjugation whenever we use 고. It's just action verb stem, the end. You don't use past tense, you don't use future tense or anything else. That will be determined by the end of the sentence. So if you want to make it past tense, you make the end of the sentence past. If you want to make it present tense or future tense, you make the end of the sentence. So you could say 집으로 가요. I eat and then go home, or I will go home, 갈 거예요, like that. But this would always still be 먹고. This would not be 먹었고 or 먹겠고 or anything like that. This stays as the regular action verb stem. So it's very easy to use. 밥 먹고 집으로 갔어. So I ate and then I went home. Well, now we have 밥 먹고 나서 집으로 갔어. Now we have the same meaning. I ate and then went home. But now we have after I finished eating, or after finishing eating, I went home. So I went home after I finished eating. That's the meaning we get. If you wanted to say, I'll go back. I know I'm not talking about this for today. Sorry, I know it's just because it's Shar asked the question, I'm going to answer it. As well as James mentioned the other sentence. So you could also say 밥 먹은 후에 집으로 갔어. I went home after I ate. This is a very straightforward after the time I had eaten. So you're like telling someone your day's schedule. 밥 먹은 후에, like after we have eaten, whatever time it will be, I went home. Kind of like that. It just has a more flat sounding to it. It's very literal. I'll say that. It's a very literal translation. Because 후 literally just means after. That's it. Just the literal word after. 후에. After eating, I went home. Doesn't show like after I finished eating or anything. Just after the time I had eaten. So literally. So I don't really recommend this one, but it's a really good intermediate form because it's a good introduction for how to say after and, 먹기 전에 before. It's useful to learn. You'll see it written a lot. It's very straightforward and boring, but I don't recommend you use it in conversations. So 밥 먹고 나서 집으로 갔어. So I went home after finishing eating. All right, next sentence. And I want to give you guys some of these to do too. Oops, I almost erased Agata's name there. Let's fix that. Can't have that. Okay, see, how are we on time? Terrible. Perfect. Okay. Whoa, it's already 22. I should already be done with this. Okay. 공부하고, whatever. Do it live. 공부하고, so I study, and 낮잠을 자다 means to take a rest. Specifically, 낮잠 means day sleep. So this would be like a nap during the day, but they don't really say that. They just say, this is how you would say a nap. 낮잠. Because, you're taking a nap. It doesn't mean you're taking a nap at night. It's always during the day. So 낮잠을 잤어요. 공부하고 낮잠을 잤어요. So I studied and I took a nap. 공부하고 나서 낮잠을 잤어요. I took a nap after I had finished studying. 공부하고 나서 낮잠을 잤어요. I studied, and then after that, completely finishing it, 낮잠을 잤어요. I took a nap. 공부하고 나서 낮잠을 잤어요. So I took a nap after having finished studying. Okay. 숙제를 하고 나서, so after completing the homework, TV를 보고 싶어요. So you might be thinking, Billy, these sentences aren't advanced. Well, I know. The form we're doing right now is more intermediate level right now. So 숙제를 하고 나서 upon finishing my homework, TV를 보고 싶어요. I want to watch TV. So I want to finish TV after I Sorry, that doesn't make any sense. I want to watch TV after I've finished my homework. So that's what you get. So it's not just after I do my homework, 숙제를 하고, or 숙제를 한 다음에, after I did my homework. No, you're saying after I've finished with it. After that's done. We're past that. So onto a new level, onto something new. After I've finished my homework, 숙제를 하고 나서 TV를 보고 싶어요. I want to watch TV after I've finished my homework. Let me know if I'm going too fast. I'm trying to do a bunch of sentences. 수업이 끝나고 나서. Okay, 끝나고 나서. So after the class, 수업, has finished. 끝나다. After the class has finished. Now, 끝나다 already means to finish, but now 끝나고 나서. So after it's completely finished, after it's all finished. Finished. 수업이 끝나고 나서. So after class has finished, 점심, so lunch, 먹었어요. Let me write that here. Oh, I got another addition. Char S. So how would you say, well, char S, let's see, 549. Char S, thank you. Let me give it a dab. And then you got a question here. How would you say I accidentally took a nap while studying? Because studying has not finished yet. You still have to finish studying. You want to use the 다가 form. 공부하다가. Now, I do have a lesson about 하다가 or 다가. Check out the doc, the Google Doc. I don't have time to go over it today, but yeah, this is when you're doing something. So while you're doing something without finishing it, specifically though, just while you're doing something and then something happened immediately without you finishing that action. So 공부하다가 잠들었어요, or 잠들어 버렸어요, or something like that. You know, I fell asleep while I was studying, or yeah, that's probably what we'd say. You don't even need to say accidentally. You could say 실수로 is accidentally. 실수 means means a mistake. So 실수로, by mistake. But you don't really need to say that. It's understood that you didn't intend to do that. Okay. 수업이 끝나고 나서. So once class has completely ended, 점심을 먹었어요. I ate lunch. 점심. So we get I ate lunch after class had finished. Okay. 한국에 도착하죠. Okay, let's do this one. And then the next one I want you guys to do. 한국에 도착하고. Actually, let's just do this. 도착하고 나서. So once I have arrived in Korea. 도착하고 나서. After I have finished arriving in Korea. 도착하다, to arrive. 바로, right away. 바로 is right away, like right then. This is my sentence. 이삭 토스트를 먹었어요. If you ever go to Korea, definitely try Isaac toast. 이삭 토스트를 먹었어요. If you've been to Korea, if you've lived in Korea, you definitely know what 이삭 toast is. Oh, Taegi. Take care, Taegi. Taegi, thank you for the donation. Let me give you a dab. Thank you, Taegi. Take care. Let's check the chat for a second. Okay. Yes. So, 한국에 도착하고 나서, once I have arrived in Korea. So, I've arrived and now I've finished arriving. It's all done. After that, completely after that. 바로 right away. 이삭 토스트를 먹었어요. So, I was trying to say had and ate at the same time. So, I ate Isaac toast right after arriving in Korea. Isaac toast is really good. It's just like a sandwich that they grill 2 pieces of toast and then they put in there it's got like egg with corn in it. So it's egg and corn and it's a little bit sweet. And then they'll put a piece of like ham on top of that. That's really sweet with a piece of American cheese and sometimes some shredded cabbage. And then they put this like sweet kiwi sauce, like really thick kiwi sauce on it. And it's got like a honey flavor to it. And it's like, you know, crispy on the outside, really soft and hot on the inside. Oh, it's so good. And the best part, it's less than $2. Depending on where you get it, it's less than $2. That's so good. And it like fills you up. If you get 2 of them, you'll be stuffed. But you can get 1 and you'll be satisfied. Anyway, it's great. Oh, watermelon. Thank you, watermelon bug. I hope you don't mind if I call you watermelon bug. I can't read your whole name. I'm sorry. Wisteria moonfane ladybug lazuli. Thank you, watermelon bug. Okay, let's check the chat for a second. But yeah, Isaac toast is great. So like it's an unconventional Korean food that I recommend everyone try if you're in Korea. And honestly, this is not made up. It's my favorite fast food in Korea. So there's a lot of fast food, like junk food items you can get in Korea. This is my favorite junk food in Korea that you can get. When I'm in Korea, I go at least once a week. And I've tried everything on the menu. And the best is just standard ham cheese or VIP. They have like best VIP or something. Like it's a steak. It's called steak. It's really just like a thin, tiny piece of like beef or something. But it has a lot of cabbage on it. It's really good. So yeah, definitely try it. Okay. 한국에 도착하고 나서 바로 이삭 토스트를 먹었어요. So I ate Isaac toast right after arriving in Korea. And if you didn't already know, 바로 is a really good adverb to learn. 바로 하다, like to do something right away. 바로, right now. If you're watching a infomercial, they'll say 바로 전화 주세요, like call right now. That's the meaning you get, 바로. Okay, this one I want you guys to do. It's kind of a trick then. It's a little bit of a trick question, but I want you guys to do this. I watched a movie after going outside. Now, I know you're supposed to be intermediate for this live stream at least, but I know some of you watching are still beginner, thinking that you're going to do this advanced form. So I'm going to help you out a little bit. Outside, you'll want to say 박. 박 is outside, but if you're going to somewhere, you want to make sure to add the 에, so 밖에. Going outside, typically you're going to use 나가다. 나가다 means to go out by itself. If you add 밖에, it just emphasizes that you're not just going out of where you are, but you're also going out of where you are to the outdoors, to outside somewhere. Movie, 영화. Watch, you're going to use 보다. I watched a movie after going outside. So go ahead and give it your best shot. But just so you know, this is kind of a trick question. It's half a quick trick question. It's not so mean. I'm not mean, but it's a little bit mean. See how you guys are doing. I like giving you guys trick questions that I can laugh when you get it wrong. Actually, no, you guys, you'll be okay. I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. Let's see who got it first. Throwaway. 밖에 나가고 나서 영어를 봤어요. Okay, throwaway, you got it right first. But let's see if there's another answer. Let's see if someone gets it. 나가고 나서 영어를 봤어요. Okay, I'm just going to read them really quick. 밖에 나가고 나서 영어를. Tiffany, stay my day. What happened? You are what? You forgot the letter there. Can't wait to go to Korea and just spend the whole time eating. Yes, that's my favorite thing to do. When people ask me, what do you like to do in Korea? I like meeting my friends. I like eating. I can eat like all the food I wanted to eat while I couldn't when I was in the US. So 밖에 나가고 나서 영화를 봤어요. 나가고 나서 okay. 밖에 fun Korean gadul. Fun Korean gadul. 밖에 oh hi Danny. 밖에 나가서 영어를 봤어. Oh hi Danny picked up on it right away. 밖에 나가고 나서 okay. Throw away. I think it's 나가서. You're correct. Throw away. 나가고 나서 영어를 봤어. Okay, Carrie Rich, nice. 밖에 나가서 영어를 봤어요. Kevin Fu, nice. Yes. Okay. I was trying to trick you, but you're not wrong. So there are actually 2 answers you can get for this, and that's what the last thing we're going to talk about before we go on to the next form. So I watched a movie after going outside. So we have 밖에 나가다. So 나가고 나서. So after I had gone outside, I watched a movie. 영화를 봤어요. I saw a movie after I had completed going outside. 밖에 나가고 나서 영화를 봤어요. Perfect sentence. I wasn't doing that. That was my voice just suddenly just like wouldn't come out. Okay. Perfect sentence. But there's an exception. There's something you need to know. When you're using 고 나서, or actually just when you're using 고, this applies to any form that uses 고. But specifically, it applies to 고 나서. So I'll think about it to keep it simpler, because it's not really gonna relate to 고 나니까 or 고 나면. So we'll just say 고 나서. Anytime you have after doing something, you don't need to use 고 나서. There's another form that you can use. That is 서. Anytime that, but there's an exception to this. Okay. 서 can mean that something happens right after something. 서 must be used with the same subject. So you cannot say with 서, you cannot say I went to the store and then Charsu bought some snacks. You cannot say that with 서. 서 has to be the same subject. So you have to say I went to the store and then I bought snacks. You can't switch the subject. 고 나서, you could. You could say I went outside and Charsu saw a movie. I mean, it doesn't really make any sense, but sure. After I went outside, then Charsu visited my house. Yeah, sure, you could say something like that. 나가고 나서 철수가 우리 집에 왔어요. Or something like that. That's okay. But you cannot do that with 서. So if you have the same subject, however, you can. And so we could say this. 밖에 나가서. But you can't just do this in every case. You cannot just replace 고 나서 with 서 in every situation. Hold on, let me check the donation. Shar S. Shar S again. Shar S, thank you. Let's see what you said. Really quick, actually, let me finish this explanation. Then I'm going to check Shar S's comment. I'll put that here. C to remind me. Okay, you cannot just replace 고 나서 with 서. You can only do it in a few situations. The first verb that goes with 서. So this verb here that goes right before 고 나서 or 서. This has to be some sort of motion verb. The verb that comes before 서 must be a movement or motion. You have to be moving somewhere. By that I mean 가다, 오다, 나가다, 나오다, 올라가다, 내려가다, anything like that. It also applies to other movement verbs that you might not think about. I'll write those down here just for notes. 일어나다, 앉다, sitting down, 눕다, lying down. These ones also were, sorry, I wrote this, might be hard to read. Okay, 눕다, 일어나다, to get up, to sit down, to lie down. These ones also work as well. It has to be or a verb that has, 가다, something 가다, or something 오다. All of those also work. So 나오다, 나가다, 들어가다, 들어오다, 올라가다. Yeah. The reason is that 서, in this way, means that you're doing something immediately after doing something. Whenever you're using a movement verb, however, most of the time it'll sound more natural to use 서 instead of 고 나서. Now, all of the other sentences we used didn't use a motion verb. This is the first one that's used a motion verb. 나가다, after going out. Before we had like 밥 먹고 나서, after eating. You can't say, well, you wouldn't say 밥 먹어서 친구 집으로 갔어. 밥 먹어서 친구랑, I guess you could. Anyway, whenever you want to replace it though, 고 나서 will sound, actually let me say this again. 서 will sound more natural than 고 나서 whenever you're using it with some sort of motion verb. Now that's not to say you can't say 나가고 나서. You can say it. But if you were to ask what's more natural, 밖에 나가서 or 밖에 나가고 나서, 밖에 나가서 sounds much more natural because 서, like I said, means something happens after something else with the same subject. So you could not say 밖에 나가서 and then someone else did something. It has to be I went outside and then I watched the movie. So as long as it's the same subject, anytime you have a movement verb, use the 서 form instead of 고 나서. So keep that in mind. See if there's anything else. Nope, that's it. So that's everything you need to know about 고 나서. So now let's go up to the advanced level. So everything so far has just been kind of, first we had beginner, then we had intermediate. Now let's go to the advanced level a little bit. Oh yeah, and let me check Char's question before I forget. 집을 청소한 후. You'd want to have 후에. Without using the 에, it has more of a bookish sound, like listing something. 식당에서 식사를 했습니다. Straight out of Google Translate. 집을 청소한 후에 식당에서 식사를 했습니다. Literally, it makes sense. If you said that everyone would know what you mean. I ate at a restaurant. I would not recommend using 식사를 하다 unless you're trying to be formal. You would just say, if you want to be casual, just say 밥을 먹었어요. Like I ate. As well. But yeah, literally though, everyone will understand what you said. I mean, if you use Google Translate, you sometimes get lucky and the sentence will make sense. Same goes with Naver Translate, which is also known as Papago. It's the same thing. Okay. Google 쓰지 말아요. Yeah. Okay. Next form we're going to be going on to, is a similar one. But now we're going to the advanced level. I'll put this in parentheses. Actually, we're going to rewrite this. Okay. 하고 or something 고 나니까. This also comes from the same verb 나다, but now we have 나다 plus the 니까 ending. Now, what does this 니까 ending do? Because before we had 나서, right? Well, 니까 now it's because. So now we have an ending that means because with 나다. So it also means after you've completely done something. So this has the same general usage as 고 나서 because it emphasizes that something is complete. It emphasizes that something happens after something. But now you have a different connector that you can use for the rest of your sentence. So after doing something, because after doing something, that's the meaning you get. Literally. But let me just write this down really quick. So because this means because, what you get literally is this. Or, I or whoever finished doing verb, whatever the action verb is. You literally get because I finished doing verb. So if you take 하다, you would get 하고 나니까 because I finished doing verb. But that's not what this is actually used to mean. This 니까 ending, and you'll see this 니까 ending actually used a lot in other forms too. 해 보니까, 하다 보니까, 하고 나니까. This 니까 ending literally means because, but it's used to show a realization. So, when you use this form, 하고 나니까, it means after doing something, 하다, to do, for example, 하고 나니까, after doing something, I realized after doing something that whatever, and that would come after the sentence. So if you were to say, for example, 먹다, to eat, 밥 먹다, to eat something. If you were to say 밥 먹고 나서, just means after I finished eating. 밥 먹고 나니까, after I finished eating, I realized, then you'd say whatever it is that you realized. Now, there literally is not a meaning of realization in here. That's the feeling that this 니까 form adds to your sentence when you use it to mean because. So, because I finished something, literally, I realized because I finished something. It's kind of like the meaning that you get. I should say, if you're wondering what the difference is between ni and nika, so you have nanika and you have nani, the nanika is more casual and much more common. But the literal meaning is the same. This ga simply adds emphasis. And that emphasis version is much more common than the regular version. So hago nani has the same meaning as hago nanika, but hago nanika is much more casual sounding, not slang, but just not formal, and much more commonly used. So I recommend nanika 99% of situations. If you want to write something and sound formal, hago nani. But you'll see both. So let's do an example. Okay, let's see, 44. All right. Again, let's take our food example. 밥을 먹고 나니까. So I ate, and then after finishing eating, I realized, 나니까, upon finishing, well, what did I realize? 목 is throat. 목이 말라졌어요. 말라지다 becomes, 마르다, normally 마르다 is the original verb. 마르다 means to be dry. So 말라지다 means to get dry. So 말라졌어요 means got dry. Well, literally, throat got dry means I got thirsty. Because in Korean you say 목이 말라요. My throat is dry when you say I am thirsty. So if you say 말라지다, to get thirsty, past tense, I got thirsty. Oops, I got another donation. Fun Korean 가들. 저도 유튜브에 빌리쌤 수업을 너무 존경해요. 많이 배워요. 첫 라이브 챗이에요. Oh, welcome. Fun Korean. Welcome. He donated in one. Korean one. I'm going to write fun 가들. Thank you. Give you a dab. Welcome. Good luck on the YouTuber life. 많이 어려우실 텐데. Good luck. 간바떼 해주세요. Okay. So that was after eating, I realized I got thirsty. The next sentence is what was that? Okay. 일을 다. So 일을 다 하다 means to do all the work. 다 meaning completely or all. 하고 나니까. So because, literally, I finished all of the work, I realized. So after finishing all the work, I realized. Well, what did I realize? 너무 피곤했어요. I realized I was so tired. 피곤하다. 피곤했어요. I was tired. So tired. 너무. 일을 다 하고 나니까 after finishing all my work, I realized I was so tired. 너무 피곤했어요. 일을 다 하고 나니까 너무 피곤했어요. So after I finished all my work, I realized I was exhausted. That's what we get. And I say this form is advanced. You might not think so. It's fairly easy to conjugate. In fact, a beginner can conjugate this. It's advanced because you're not going to be able to use it in your speech until you can actually make those sort of full sentences. So even if you understand it as a beginner, you won't be able to use it until you're advanced. And that's why I would consider it more of a high intermediate, low advanced form. Okay, next sentence. And then I'll give you guys one. 시험을 통과 means to pass. 통과하다. 통과하고 나니까. So after passing, 통과 just means actually to go through, to pass. Literally, quite literally, to pass. Like a tunnel or whatever. To go through something. So you pass the test. 시험을 통과하고 나니까. So after passing the test, I realized, or something happened, I came to the realization that. 기분 is the way you feel. 기분 is like your mood, your feelings. Not like your emotional feelings, but just your general, like, how do you feel? I feel happy. I feel sad. I feel pretty, that kind of thing. 기분이 좋아요. You could also say 좋아졌어요. I felt better. But we're just going to say I feel good. So I feel good after passing the test. 시험을 통과하고 나니까 기분이 좋아요. So I feel good realizing I passed the test. Or after passing the test, I realize, well, I feel good. Hey, I feel good after passing the test. 시험을 통과하고 나니까 기분이 좋네요. 기분이 좋아요. 시험을 통과하고 나니까 기분이 좋아요. Oh, I feel good after passing the test. That's the meaning that we get. Okay, now this next one I want to give to you guys. Let's erase this. All right. I lost my appetite after cooking. I might need to give you guys some words. I lost my appetite after cooking. So you probably experienced this before. You're cooking something, and especially if you're cooking something with a lot of oil, like that greasy smell. You know, like if you're deep frying something, and after you finish cooking it, you're just not that hungry anymore. Like it tastes really good, but if you're like exposed to like really strong flavors, then you just don't want to eat it anymore. You're done. So I lost my appetite after cooking. Okay, cooking of course will be 요리하다. Appetite. In Korean they say 입, literally mouth, 맛, flavor, 입맛. 입맛. Pronunciation is 입맛. I kind of wrote that weird. Let me rewrite this meme here. 입맛 is how you pronounce it, but 입, mouth, flavor. So mouth taste. To lose your mouth taste, they don't say 잃어버리다. They don't say lost like that. You actually just use it went away, which is 없어지다. Literally to become not existent anymore, to not exist anymore. 없어지다. So I lost my appetite after cooking. How would you say this? Go ahead and give it a try. I'm a little behind on time, but it's okay. I'm always a little behind on time. Because I always plan so many sentences, and then I have to cut them down, and then even I cut them down further, and we still run out of time. Okay, let's check the chat for a bit. Okay. Ahimong says, I'm a mod because I'm assistability. Yes, that's correct. Ahimong is a helper. People who help me a lot get to be mods. And she is president of Billy Land. That's true too. 통화 should not be confused with 통화. That's right. 통화 would be like conversation, like on a telephone would be 통화. Versus 대화, which would be face to face. 대 meaning like face to face, like facing something. 통 meaning like communicating. So like 통화 would be telephone call. 대화 would be like personal communicating. But yeah, 통과 means to go through or to pass a test. Okay, let's see how you guys are doing. 요리하고 나니 wait, who's first? Activity stay, you added 배가. I'm not sure why you added stomach there. You only need 입맛. You could say 사라졌어요, like it disappeared. That's fine too. But you just don't need 배가. 요리하고 나니까, Gabriel, 하고 나니까. 요리하고 나니까 입맛이, throw away. 입맛을, not 입맛, yep, you fixed it, I see, 입맛이. 요리를 하고 나니까 입맛이 없어졌다. Binky, you get it first. Binky got it first. 요리하고 나니까 입맛 없었어요. Okay, Dr. Nutria. 요리하고 나니까 입맛이 K-June, you're just like, 몰라요. 나는 뚱뚱한, I don't like fat. Yeah, I think you mean greasy. If you want to say greasy food, you don't say fat food. You say 느끼하다. 느끼하다 means to be greasy. And they also use it for talking about people. Like if someone's like a slimy, kind of untrustworthy, that kind of person, like a salesman kind of idea, or like a guy who's like really trying to flirt with you, like a creepy guy. They say 느끼하다. Or this just also means greasy. So this is how you say 느끼한 음식 means greasy food. So you say 느끼한 음식이 싫어요. Or 느끼한 음식을 So I'm trying to emphasize that it's the object marker. 느끼한 음식을 싫어해요. So I don't like greasy food. I kind of like greasy food. I don't mind it. But I know a lot of Koreans typically don't like greasy food. I would like to be a mod one day. Small, if you come in the Discord often, you can be a mod. 요리를 하고 나니까 입맛이 없어졌어요. Carry Rich, nice. Fat food. Yeah, that fat needs a time plan. A burger and a sweatband. Yes. French fries. Okay, we get the idea, Ahimang. We get the idea. Okay. All right. So let's write down the answer. Well, a answer. There are multiple answers. Oh, but right after this donation, Muku. Oh, Muku. Muku, thank you. You do have a spot on the board. Last week the spots were like all the way down to the bottom because I remember it's just like Shard, everyone's just like going back and forth. Okay. All right. So we have, you guys all got it right. Well, most of you guys. In general, you got it. 요리를 하고 나니까. So after cooking, I realized something. Well, I realized that 입맛이 없어졌어요. 요리를 하고 나니까, after cooking, after finishing cooking, well, I realized 입맛이, my tastes, literally mouth taste or appetite, 입맛이 없어졌어요. My appetite was gone. I lost my appetite. 요리를 하고 나니까 입맛이 없어졌어요. I lost my appetite after cooking. Most of you guys got that, or a variation of that. I did see someone write, hey, 나니까. I think they just missed the part of the lesson about how to conjugate it. But you can always go back and watch this after it's done. It'll be uploaded on YouTube. Okay, and let's go on to our final form. Well, actually, it's not our final form. You haven't even seen my final form. Again, we have 고 나다, but now it's 고 나면. Take a guess. What does this 고 나면 mean? Just take a guess. 고 나면. I want to see what do you guys guess? If you guys, okay. This one also does mean if, literally, and how it's used. This means if I or someone does verb, then ... Now, there are some things you should know. You will need to finish the sentence with a present or future tense. So you're not going to say, if I do something, then I did something. Well, it wouldn't make sense. But just in case, if you're thinking about making a sentence that ends with past tense, with this form, 고 나면, don't. It has to end with then present or future because you're saying if. Well, hypothetically, if I do something, right? Or 면 could be when I do something, if I do something. Well, then it has to be something in the future or at least something in the present. It cannot be something in the past. That's all this is. This form is, that's it. But I really need to say this is advanced. And you might disagree. You might think it's intermediate or you might think it's so basic that you can get it. That's great. If you can get it, that's great. But you won't be able to really put this in your own sentences until you feel very comfortable with making regular Korean sentences, because you're not going to see this form ever in beginning level Korean sentences. It wouldn't work because you have to have other grammar to match up with that. So I would classify this as advanced because of how it's used. Difficulty-wise, this is at most intermediate. So let's do an example sentence. I want to give you guys some too. 약을 먹다. In English, we say take medicine. In Korean, they say eat medicine. 약. 약 also means drugs, but they use it just to mean medicine. So you're fine. 이 약을 먹고 나면. So once you have finished taking this medicine, after you have taken this medicine, 이 약을 먹고 나면 배가, your stomach, 더 이상, no more, 더 이상, not anymore. 아프다, to hurt, so 아프지. Now it's going to be present tense or future tense. It's going to be future tense here. Just could not be past tense. 이 약을 먹고 나면, once you've taken this medicine, after you've taken this medicine, if you do that, and when you do that, because 면 can mean if and when, so if or when you've taken this medicine, 배가, your stomach, 더 이상 아프지 않을 거예요. Your stomach will not hurt anymore. Once you've taken this medicine, your stomach won't hurt anymore. 이 약을 먹고 나면 배가 더 이상 아프지 않을 거예요. That's the sentence that you get. Isn't this cool? Isn't this a useful form? So you could change this around and say 이 약을 먹고 나서 배가 더 이상 아프지 않았어요. After eating this medicine, my stomach didn't hurt anymore. Or I guess you could do 먹고 나니까. After, because you want to say you realized it, which would probably be better. After taking this medicine, I realized my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. But here we're saying, if you take this medicine, now you're suggesting this to someone. Here, 이 약을 먹고 나면 배가 더 이상 아프지 않을 거예요. Here, if you just take this medicine, after you've taken it, you'll realize, well, actually, it's not really realize, but you'll feel that your stomach doesn't hurt anymore. After you've taken this medicine, your stomach won't hurt anymore. So you can see that each form means after doing something, but has different meanings, different uses. Let's do another. With our test. 시험을 통과하다 again. 통과하고 나면. So once you have finished passing the test, once you've passed the test, 시험을 통과하고 나면, and once the test is finished and you've passed it, 기분이, so we have a similar sentence to before, but now it's 좋아질 거예요. 시험을 통과하고 나면, once you've finished passing the test, so once you've passed the test, 기분이 좋아질 거예요. You will feel good. 기분이 좋다, to feel good, right? 기분이 좋아지다, to become good. Your feelings will be good. You will feel good. Here, 질 거예요, future. 시험을 통과하고 나면 기분이 좋아질 거예요. You will feel good after you've passed the test. Literally, if or when, right? You have finished passing the test, then 기분이 좋아질 거예요. You will feel better. Sorry, not better, but just you will feel good. 기분이 좋아질 거예요. Your feeling will be good, literally. 시험을 통과하고 나면 기분이 좋아질 거예요. That's true. Once you've passed the test, you feel good. And using 좋아지다 means that you weren't feeling good before. If the person didn't have any other problems, like if they're already feeling happy, you could say something different, but this would be something you could say to someone who maybe 기분이 안 좋아요, someone who doesn't feel good. So you could say, 기분이 좋아질 거예요. You will feel good after you've passed the test. Okay. I want you guys to make this sentence. After you learn Korean, you'll be able to, sorry, this is you'll be able to make a lot of Korean friends. I'm not going to help you guys at all. I just want to see who out there can do it. It doesn't have to be exactly the same answer as mine. After you learn Korean, you'll be able to make a lot of Korean friends. So after you've finished learning Korean is kind of what it's going to mean since we're using 고 나면. So if, once you've learned Korean, after you learn Korean, when you do that, whatever, you will be able to make a lot of Korean friends. Give it your best. Give it your best effort. Binky, what you wrote is you'll be able to meet many Korean friends. Okay. I mean, grammatically it makes sense, though. Meaning-wise, like I couldn't think of why you'd want to say you could meet many Korean friends when you speak Korean. But I guess what we're trying to say is you can make Korean friends. You can meet new Korean friends. So maybe you can add in the word new if you want to use that sort of verb. 한국어를 배운 후에 after you learned Korean, 친구 사 able 수 있습니다. Okay, Char just really wants to use 후에. Just use 후에 for everything. That's the reason 후에 is taught early on, is because it's very versatile, not because it's the most natural one. Nadia, you wrote 많이. 많이 is an adverb, so it must go directly before the verb. So it wouldn't go before a noun or something. 한국어를 다 배우고 나서. Philippe, we're using the 고 나면 form here. 한국어를 배우고 나면 한국인 친구를 많이 사귈 수 있을. Sam Cashy, so close. Sam Cashy. 한국어를 배우고 나면 한국인 많은 친구. You wouldn't use 한국인 많은 친구. You could say 많은 한국인 친구 if you want, or 많은 한국 친구 even. But typically 한국인 친구 is a little more common. But yeah, 한국어를 배우고 나면 친구 많이 사귈 수 있어요. Okay, close. You guys are all really, really good. But we're saying you will be able to, not you can. Not just you can make a lot of Korean friends, but you will be able to make a lot of Korean friends. I know it's a little bit harder because I added in that future tense there. 한국어를 배우러 한국 친구가 많이 사귈. You have 친구가, but the friends are not the subject. The friends are being met. So you 친구를 많이 사귈, but the end part would not be correct. 한국어를 배우고 나면 친구들이 많아지고 you'll have many friends. Okay, Jung Park. Okay, technically true. Okay, sure. 한국어를 배우고 나면 친구 많이 사귈 수 있어요. Okay, yeah. A few guys have really close. 한국어를 배우고 나면 한국인 친구를 사귈 수 있을 거예요. Okay, really. Oh, Binky almost got it perfect. You're just missing many. But yeah. You guys are doing good. Okay, after you learn Korean, you'll be able to make a lot of Korean friends. So we're not just saying 배우고 나서, like after you've learned Korean, but you're suggesting it to someone. If once you've learned Korean, then you'll be able to do something. You're not just saying after you learn Korean, then you will make lots of Korean friends. We're saying if you were to do that, like hypothetically, if after you've learned Korean, then you will be able to. So you want that if and then sort of meaning. Or when and then, depending how you're translating it. But yeah, if and then for the 나면 form. So we have 한국어를 배우고 나면. So if you've learned Korean, so after you finish learning Korean, let's just say you do, if you've done it, then 배우고 나면 한국인 친구, so Korean friends, 를 많이, a lot of. Notice 많이 is an adverb, so it must come directly before a verb. The verb we're going to be using is 사귀다. So we have 사귈 수 있을 거예요. Some of you guys got very close. Close but no cigar, but very close. 한국어를 배우고 나면, so if you learn Korean and finish that, then 한국인 친구, Korean friends, 많이, a lot, 사귀다, to make, or you could say it as like to date, but it's also used for just making friends in general. 많이 사귈 수 있을 거예요. You will be able to 사귈 수 be able to make a lot of Korean friends after you've learned Korean. 한국어를 배우고 나면 한국인 친구를 많이 사귈 수 있을 거예요. After you learn Korean, you'll be able to make a lot of Korean friends. It's true. If you know Korean, you can make friends with anyone in Korea. You can make friends with BTS. You can make friends with anyone you want. I believe in you. You can do it after you learn Korean. 한국어를 배우고 나면, 잘 배우고 나면, you can make friends with BTS. Anyone in the world. It's true. It's possible. You can. I'm not saying you will. I'm saying it's possible. Okay. So money, 돈을 많이 벌다. 벌다 means to make money. 벌다. So 벌고 나면. Now, another thing to help you understand this form, literally, as far as how and when you should use it. Imagine that it's just 벌면. If you make a lot of money. This is the usage where you're going to use it. This is the kind of situation. Let me say it again. This is the kind of situation where you'll use this form. Is if you would normally say 면 anyway. So if you make a lot of money, well, if you finished making a lot of money, that's the difference, because it's still the 면 form. 벌고 나면. Just rewrite this here. Maybe that helps, because I saw some people being a bit confused over why would they use 면? Why don't I just use 나서? Well, you're still saying 면. You're still using the regular 면 form. But now you're saying once it's completed, after doing that. If then, after doing that. Kind of like that. So, 돈을 많이 벌고 나면, so if you make a lot of money, after you've made a lot of money, 이 일, so this job, this work, 그만두다 means to quit. 그만둘 거예요. Let me just write this up. Oh, Char S. 빌리는 오늘 많은 새로운 회원을 얻었습니다. Yeah, I got, let's see. Well, 2. But yeah, I got Char. And I also got Toblerone. Zoblerone. Char S, thank you. Char S just uses the donate button as the direct message to Billy button. Thank you, Char. But that's okay. That's what it's for. All right. 돈을 많이 벌고 나면, after I have made a lot of money, 이 일을 그만둘 거예요. I will quit this job. 그만두다 meaning to quit. 돈을 많이 벌고 나면 이 일을 그만둘 거예요. I'll quit this job after I make a lot of money. Some people say that. 돈을 많이 벌고 나면 이 일을 그만둘 거예요. I'm going to quit as soon as I make a lot of money. But here you're saying, I will quit after I have made a lot of money. I will quit this job. 이 일. 그만둘 거예요. 돈을 많이 벌고 나면 이 일을 그만둘 거예요. After I made a lot of money, I'm going to quit this job. Okay. We have a few more notes, though. I think this is our last form here. Oh, no, that was our last form. Oh my goodness. Is it possible? We actually finished on time. We finished on time. That never happens. Oh, okay. I thought I had another form to do. That was my final form. I thought I had another form, but we don't. Okay. Someone said it's like saying if and after. Yes, well, I mean, literally, you're just saying if you do something. Because 벌고 나면 is just if you finish doing something. But if you want to think well, when should I use 고 나면? Well, it's the same times you would want to use 면, but just when you want to say after doing something. So that's the meaning that you get. So yeah, if and after is the meaning you get. 벌고 나다 plus 면, if or when. Okay, so I'm going to do a Q&A just for 15 minutes, just until 3:30, and then we'll stop. Really quick announcements. Again, you can get the worksheet for today's lesson on Patreon. If you're not a Patreon member, it's only $1 a month or whatever you want. And you get the worksheets for every lesson. You also get the outlines for every lesson. This outline will be available before 4 o'clock. So within 30 minutes after the live stream finishes, I put these all up so you can review all the sentences, as well as all the explanations. I put everything I teach on here. And yeah, also make sure to join the Discord for updates. And I just got another donation. Kate June, 축하합니다. Thank you, Kate June. What are you congratulating me for? Oh, yes, of course. You're congratulating me for finishing on time, which never happens. At least by on time, I mean my schedule. So like I time myself. I don't know if you can see. I time myself to make sure I can teach everything within the time that I want. So today's I had scheduled to be within an hour and a half total. And then sometimes I go over that, but I want to make sure we always finish in under 2 hours. But today we finished exactly 2 minutes early. Sanu Bora. Sanu Bora. Sanu. I'm going to go out a limb. I'm going to guess that's an Indian name because it has the oo sound at the end of it. Welcome, my new member. That's cool. Welcome, Sanu. Duck. Say everyone. I want a Kate June. Oh, Kate June says you want a Kate June dab. Kate June dab. Let me think about this. Kate June dab. Okay. Oh, I got it. Kate June dab. There you go. It's like something from straight out of JoJo. There you go. That's Kate June dab. Okay. I am opening up for questions for 15 minutes, and then we will stop at 3:30 because I have to film a new video tomorrow. I have to edit this live stream tonight. And yeah, I have to work really hard because I'm going to be going to Korea after a month or so. I have to finish tons of videos before I go to Korea. Welcome, everyone. Sanu Boram. I am. Nice. 한국어를 배우고 나면 친구들이 겁나게 Letitia, you want to use the object marker with 사귀다. Because the subject marker 이 or 가 is used when that subject is the one doing something. So if you said 친구가, you're saying the friend is the one that's meeting someone, not you. But if you say 친구를, object marker, then you're saying, well, the subject is someone else. That's you are meeting the friends. You're doing something directly to the friends. So 친구를. I have a question. When 지 않다 is used with 를 or 가, is there a rule which one to use, or are they interchangeable? No, they are not interchangeable. Gabrielle. Good question. You also might say 지도 or 지는 and whatever. These ones are interchangeable. You can use these ones with any verb, but we're not talking about those. Oh, let me check. Shar, 방탄소년단 팬 소녀. Is that like BTS fangirl? No, that would literally mean like fan and a fan who's a girl. Literally, yes, it means a fangirl, but that's not how you'd say fangirl. There's a word for fangirl, but they don't use it anymore in Korean, so I don't really want to teach you that. Just fan. Pen is fine. You pen girl if you want, but probably just pen is okay. I think for fangirls, fanboys, they just use the term army. I think that's really the only thing that they do for that. Char S. I just need a stamp. I need a whiteboard stamp that just says Char S. Then whenever you give a donation, I'm just like, all right, thanks. write the amount next to it. That'll save me a lot of time. Someone asked 지를 않다 and 지가 않다. For example, 하지를 않다 or 하지가 않다. These are not interchangeable. 지를 can only be used if this verb here is action verb. 지가 is only used because, well, 하지를 않다 is only for action verb. 지가 않다 is for descriptive verbs. So if you were to say, for example, it is not cold. 춥지 않아요. 춥지 않아요. You could also say 춥지가 않아요. That it's not cold. It just adds emphasis onto what it's not. 춥지가 않아요. Sure. But you could not say 춥지를 않아요. That wouldn't make any sense. And on the other hand, if you were to say 먹다, to eat. 먹지 않아요. I don't eat it. 먹지를 않아요. I don't eat it. Sure. 먹지가 않아요. Doesn't make any sense. You have to use this with an action verb or this with a descriptive verb. But you don't use them that much. They're not really that common. But if you do want to use them, you cannot just use them in any situation. So yeah, only for action or descriptive verbs. And that matches exactly with how you use them normally with an action and a descriptive verb. So you would say like 밥을 먹다 to eat rice. You wouldn't say 밥이 먹다. The same way you wouldn't use the object marker with the descriptive verb like that. 많이 벌고 나면 돈을 빌릴게. Okay, I will give it to Billy. If you're using Kate June, if you're using 게 for like to a person, like instead of saying 한테 or 에게, you want to be polite. You want to use 게 for honorific speech. Then instead of 주다, you can't use 주다 in that situation. You have to use 드리다, which means 주다, but it's humble. It's offering up to someone. There are other words you could use too, but typically 주다 will become 드리다. So you could say 드릴 거예요 or 드릴게요 is okay too. But if you're using 게, you have to match it with the verb 드리다, not 주다, for giving. Because 주다 is just like here, giving it to someone. 드리다 is honorific, or I should say humble, just like 게 is an honorific particle. If you don't do that, it'll sound a bit awkward. So Koreans will expect if they hear 게 that the next one, if they're talking about giving, it will have to be 드리다. If you were to say 주다, they would think it sounds a bit awkward. Although it makes sense. Okay, let's check here. Army is just supporting BTS on a certain level. It's like $20 or something. What is $20? Grant James. Army, 아기세요. Official fan club. Okay. Fan club is like $30 plus shipping. What do they send you? You get like a card that says you're in the BTS fan club. I should do that. Billy fan club. Mail me $30. Only opens up once a year. I'm just kidding. Any news on the meetup in April? Muku, no, I haven't planned it yet. I'm still kind of thinking about it. It really depends how many people would come, if there's enough interest for it. In my music video things, people are super specific about whether they're actual Agi or a fan. Same with really? Okay. Yeah, I don't really know about the 방탄소년단 culture. Like, I only know ARMY is just what the fan club, what the fan members call themselves. A tip if you can't sleep. Shar break. Oh, I thought you broke the board again. The light wasn't turning off. Shar is funding my kids' college education with her donations. Shar, tip if you can't sleep, watch Korean ASMR. It's really relaxing. Just go to YouTube and type in Korean ASMR. They have soft voices. I'm not an ASMR fan, but I get the appeal. I have, what do you call it? I've had ASMR before ASMR was cool, right? I was a hipster with ASMR, but I'm not a fan of the ASMR videos. Like, I get that, but I'm not a big fan of getting that. I guess it makes sense. Like, I feel it, but I don't like it so much. I think about like 8 years ago. 8 years ago, if you said ASMR, no one would know what you're talking about. Seriously. Because I remember finding it out on the internet, and there was like nothing at that time. But now it's like, everywhere. I think it's just a bunch of people collectively at the same time realized that they have this same thing that before no one would ever really talk about. You get a whole package. Billy fans are called bellies. No, I think, I don't want to call it, never mind, I almost said something. Billies. Pillies. Yeah, maybe bellies. I've been called belly before. No, I was thinking about if we do a fan meetup, maybe I would bring like my book collection, like, the new book, the book I had from Talk to Me in Korean, which I have like 6 of them, and I seriously only need one. I told them when I finished writing the book, I told them like, just send me 1 copy, like just send me like, 2 copies. I can give one to my mom. I can keep one on my bookshelf, and they sent me like 6. So I don't know what I'm going to do with 6 copies. So maybe I'll bring one of those to Korea. Do like, I don't know, maybe do a giveaway if I do a fan meeting or something. Yeah, still planning. I want a Kiket Kongju fan club. Feel free to make one. There is the Billy fan club Instagram, which is not uploaded too much, but there is one. You can check it. It's Go Billy Korean Fans. My Korean friend used something like 고 보니. Is it similar? Oh yeah. One thing I didn't mention that I actually wrote on here. 고서. Yeah. I forgot to mention this because I wrote it on here and I skipped it because I did the sentences. Okay, 2 more things really quick. You might see 고서. 고서 is the exact same thing as 고나서. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Well, okay, someone else can tell you others. But yeah, it's the exact same thing as 고나서. Same meaning, same usage. It's just a shortened form of 고나서. You get 고서. Less common. 고서 is not very common, but it has the same meaning. Or, like I said, you can just see 고 by itself. Same thing. So you could have 고, like 하고, just like I told you after doing, 고 나서, or just 고서. Of those, 고 나서 is going to be the most common one for saying after something, but you'll see 고서 from time to time. Same thing. It just has a shorter feeling, like it has more of a... It's less emphatic than 고 나서, but has the same meaning. And then another quick thing. Let me just write these up. These are not for the lessons today. This is not for the lesson today, but I'll go over these really quick after I check the donation. Char S. Billy's fan sign. Char S. Yeah, maybe I'll do a... I did signing at the last live meetup, the last meetup that we had in April last year. I signed some people's books. I wasn't expecting that, but some people brought their books, so I did signing. Quick forms. Oh, thank you, Char. Char needs a dedicated dab. I'll get on that. Char needs a dedicated dab. Okay. Yeah, these things, I forgot to mention them. I was going to talk about these when we did 나니까, and then I got distracted and didn't talk about. Okay, first one is 고 보니까. Conjugation is the same. 하다, 하고 보니까. So a bunch of people have asked about this. This has a very similar meaning to 고 나니까, and same usage. So you could say 하고 보니, 하고 보니까, 하고 나니, 하고 나니까. The meaning of them is almost identical. Slight difference with 보니까. 보니까 is after doing something. So 하고, after doing something, just like before. I thought about that. So it has that meaning of like, I thought about it, and then I realized. I'll write that here. So, realized. So it has the same meaning of like, I thought about something and then it has the same meaning of like, I realized something, but it also has the meaning of like, well, not only did I realize, I also thought about something, and then I realized that. So it has more of a meaning of like, you considered what you did. But the meaning is, other than that, the meaning is the same. You can use both 고 나니까, like, for example, 밥 먹고 나니까 목이 말라졌어요. 밥을 먹고 보니까 목이 말라졌어요. That has more of like, well, I thought about it after, I really thought about it after I finished eating. I took a moment to think. Literally, 보다, look. I took a moment to think about it. And then I realized, well, I'm thirsty. It's less common though than 나니까. If you can pick one, I would just say 나니까 is a little bit more common, but you'll see 보니까 too. And then the other one is 보니까 after a conjugated verb. So you can have 하다 would become 해 보니까, 먹다 would become 먹어 보니까, like that. This is just the regular 보다 try form, to try something with 니까, literally because or realizing. Realizing. What this means is now having done something. Now having done verb, and then you talk about it. This one's really common. We don't really have time to go over it for today in any detail. Now having done something, so like 그렇게 해보니까, now that I've tried that, well, it's not so bad. I finally 이제 멸치를 먹어보니까, now I've tried anchovies. 맛있더라고요. 맛있네요. It's really good. Tasted good. some sort of realization like that, but that you're saying now, like now I have done something. Let me talk about that. That's the meaning that you get with this sort of 보니까 ending. And like I said, the same conjugation as the 보다 for to try. So like, hey 보다, hey 봤어요, I tried it. Hey 보니까, trying it. Well, now having tried it, I can see it's not that bad. I can see it's pretty good. Or it's difficult. 한국어를 이제 공부해 보니까, since now having studied Korean, it's really difficult. Or I can see how hard it is. You know, like that. These are the other two forms I wanted to mention really quick. Apologies, I didn't do them earlier during the lesson. They'll probably get cut out of the abridged version. Char S. Do you use Twitter? Yes, I watched that happen live. My Twitter is the same as my as what you think. It's just Go Billy Korean. I post dank memes there about Korean. Yeah, I watched that happen because I was watching the Oscars. And yeah, I saw it happen live, and I was like, no way when it happened, because I thought 100% there's no way that's going to happen. I was completely in disbelief. And I thought it would never happen because they've never given they've never given Best Picture to a foreign film ever in history. Look it up. There have been so many good foreign films that have been nominated for Best Picture, but they've never given the win to a foreign film. By foreign film, I mean a film with subtitles, not in English. It's never happened. So it was a historical moment, which is why I was so in disbelief. I'm like, did they really just do this? So yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I guess I have to see it now. Okay, just a couple more minutes and then I'll shut down the stream for today. Okay, I made the KeyCat fan page. What? You made a KeyCat fan page? Hold on. You made a KeyCat fan page? I gotta see this. KeyCat fans. You did it. The madman. She did it. KeyCat fans. Okay. All right, I'm following you. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. How do I say I wish? Why did that come out like that? How do you say I wish apart from 바라다? I wish 면 좋겠다. Verb stem plus 면, just like normal. You know the 면 form. This can also be in past tense. I'll just write PT. Past tense is actually more common and more emphatic. 좋겠다. And then you conjugate this to like 좋겠어요 or whatever, but you can just use 좋겠다 for writing down the form. Like 그렇게 했으면 좋겠다. I wish that he would do it. 갔으면 좋겠어. I wish that you would go. 비가 왔으면. I wish that it would rain. 비가 안 왔으면. I wish it wouldn't rain. Like that. Or 비가 안 오면. You don't have to use past tense. You can use present tense. Yeah, that's how people say I wish or I hope. 바라다 would be more of a literal translation. Apologies. 바라다 is okay too, but it's just not that common. It's usually used in like letters, like 행복하길 바래. Like I hope that you're happy, like that. But in regular speech, they use 면 좋겠다 much more often. 바라다 would be, like I said, more like written letters. You'll see it in letters. Okay. That's because English speaker. Yeah. Ahimang, people typically don't like subtitles. I don't think it's like an American thing. I think it's just everyone doesn't like reading subtitles because they want to understand what's going on. They don't want to have to read the movie. And I agree, it's distracting. You're trying to like look at what's on the screen, but you see this, you have to look down at the bottom. So I get it. But that must mean that the movie was so good that they didn't care they had to look down at the subtitles. They still enjoyed the movie. So yeah, that says a lot about the movie. Oh, Grant. I was just about to say my ending spiel. Grant James. Wow. Well, I got to make the board flash because like it's a sticker and the board doesn't recognize the stickers. Wow. Let's do all the colors. Well, if they all work. Okay. Let's do purple. Sweet. Oh, now how do I turn off? Okay. Awesome. Jims. James, wow, thank you. I was mentioning before you came that I think I picked out the laptop, but I think someone's going to give me some advice on that. I'll have to order that maybe after a week because now I got to get it set up for a trip. Thank you, James. A dab for each of the $10 in that 50 donation. Now my arms hurt. I think I pulled a muscle. Thank you, James. As always. Also as well, thank you to Shar for every single thing you said, attaching a donation to it. So everyone, again, thank you for coming so much. Let's check the chat for a second. It's an English speaker thing. Really? Okay. Kika's evil. You should watch. I don't know. At least that's what the fortune teller said in that video about irregular verbs. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out more about that in the future. Okay. I finally made it to a live class. Welcome. We're all done. Oh, Poo Poo. Hey, Poo Poo. Poo Poo the cat. That was you were in my VR video. That was the blue cat that was featured in the VR video that I made about how to learn Korean in VR. I love the fortune teller. Yeah, I'm glad you guys liked the fortune teller. That was really fun to film. I like that too. I think it turned out really well. So yes, thank you everyone for coming. I will see you guys again next week. Make sure to check out the Discord. If you're a Patreon member, make sure to download the outlines as well as the worksheet. And I will see you guys again. Better than totally missing the class. Well, you just missed the whole class, but you can watch it after. This will be uploaded and you can watch it anytime you want. See you guys next time. 그럼 다음에 또 봐. All right, let me move my board out of the way. Okay. Thanks guys for coming. See you.